Have you ever found yourself wondering, how many good years do I really have left? Maybe it's not something you say out loud, but deep down, we all think about it from time to time. After 60, life starts to feel a little different. You might notice changes in your energy levels, how quickly you recover from illness, or even the way people around you seem to be slowing down. But here's the thing, your later years don't have to mean giving up on living fully. Maybe you just feel slower, not old, but different. In fact, they can be some of the best years of your life if you know what signs to look for and how to respond to them. Today, we're going to talk about 7 key signs that can give you a pretty good idea of how vibrant and fulfilling your future could be after 60. These aren't just random observations. They're backed by doctors, fitness experts, and nutritionists who specialize in helping seniors thrive. And guess what? Most of these signs are within your control. So, grab a cup of tea, sit back, and let's dive into this together because, trust me, you're going to want to hear this. Let's start with one of the most obvious, yet often overlooked indicators, your energy levels. Think about how you feel when you wake up in the morning. Are you ready to take on the day? Or does it feel like dragging yourself out of bed is an Olympic sport? Dr. Samantha Ellis, a geriatric specialist, says that consistent low energy isn't just about aging. It's often a sign of underlying issues like poor sleep habits, dehydration, or even vitamin deficiencies. For example, many older adults don't realize they need more water as they age. Our thirst signals weaken, so we may not drink enough, which directly impacts our energy. Something as simple as drinking more water throughout the day can make a huge difference. But hydration isn't the only factor. Sleep quality plays a massive role too. If you've been tossing and turning at night, waking up feeling groggy, or relying heavily on naps during the day, it's worth taking a closer look at your bedtime routine. Sleep expert Dr. Mark Johnson explains that creating a calming pre-sleep ritual like reading a book, stretching gently, or practicing deep breathing can significantly improve both the quantity and quality of your rest. It's amazing how small tweaks can add up over time. For instance, Mary, a 65-year-old retiree I spoke with recently, shared that switching off her phone an hour before bed helped her fall asleep faster and wake up refreshed. She didn't believe such a tiny change would work, but now she swears by it. Now, let's move on to another important sign: mobility. How easily can you get around? Can you climb stairs without feeling winded? Do you still enjoy walking through the park or dancing at family gatherings? Mobility is more than just physical movement. It's a reflection of your overall health. Fitness trainer Lisa Carter always emphasizes the importance of staying active no longer just for weight management, but for maintaining muscle strength, balance, and flexibility. As we age, muscles naturally lose mass, and joints can stiffen, making daily activities harder. But here's the good news. Regular exercise, even light workouts like walking or chair yoga, can slow down this process dramatically. Lisa recommends starting with 10 minutes of movement each day if you're new to exercising. Whether it's a short walk around the block or some gentle stretches while watching television, every bit counts. One of her clients, Tom, started doing seated leg lifts during commercials while binge watching his favorite shows. Within weeks, he noticed he was able to stand up from the couch without needing to push off with his hands. Small victories like that remind us that progress doesn't have to be complicated or overwhelming. It just needs to happen consistently. So far, we've covered 2 big signs: energy levels and mobility. Both are powerful indicators of your overall well-being, and both come with actionable steps you can start implementing today. Now that we've laid the groundwork, let's shift gears slightly and explore another crucial area: how your social connections play a role in predicting your lifespan after 60. Staying engaged with others isn't just about having fun. It's about keeping your mind sharp and your heart full. Let's talk about why relationships matter so much and how you can nurture them, even if you've lost touch with old friends or moved away from loved ones. Let's talk about something that might surprise you: your social life. Yes, I said it. Your friendships and connections with others can actually tell us a lot about how long and how well you'll live after 60. You've probably heard the phrase, "no man is an island." But have you ever stopped to think about what it really means? Human beings are wired for connection, and that doesn't change as we get older. In fact, research shows that strong social ties are just as important to longevity as eating right and exercising. Dr. Robert Waldinger, who leads the Harvard study of adult development, one of the longest-running studies on human happiness, has found that people who maintain close relationships tend to live longer, healthier lives. It's not just about having someone to chat with over coffee. These connections provide emotional support, reduce stress, and even boost your immune system. Think about it. When was the last time you laughed until your sides hurt or shared a meaningful conversation with someone you care about? Those moments aren't just nice, they're essential. But here's where things get tricky. As we age, life changes can make staying connected harder. Friends move away, loved ones pass on, or maybe you've retired and lost touch with coworkers. It's easy to feel isolated, especially if you're living alone. The good news is, building new connections isn't as daunting as it might seem. Start small. Maybe it's joining a local book club, volunteering at a community center, or simply striking up a conversation with someone at the grocery store. One woman I know, Helen, started attending a weekly knitting group after her husband passed away. At first, she felt out of place, but over time, those women became her second family. They celebrate birthdays together, share meals, and even plan trips. Helen says those friendships saved her from loneliness and gave her a reason to look forward to each day. Now, let's shift gears again and talk about another sign that speaks volumes about your health, your diet. What you eat plays a huge role in how you feel and function as you age. And no, I'm not going to lecture you about kale or chia seeds. Nutrition expert Dr. Karen Lee explains that the key isn't perfection, it's balance. After 60, your body needs fewer calories but more nutrients. That means focusing on whole foods like fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, and healthy fats, while cutting back on processed snacks and sugary treats. One thing many seniors overlook is protein intake. Did you know that muscle loss accelerates after 60? Protein helps combat that by supporting muscle repair and growth. But here's the catch. Not all protein sources are created equal. Opt for lean options like chicken, fish, beans, or tofu, instead of relying solely on red meat. And don't forget about fiber. Foods rich in fiber, like oats, nuts, and berries, keep your digestive system running smoothly and help regulate blood sugar levels. A client of mine, John, struggled with constipation for years until he swapped his morning bagel for a bowl of oatmeal topped with fresh fruit. He couldn't believe how much better he felt and how much easier it was to stay active. Speaking of staying active, there's one more factor we need to discuss: mental stimulation. Have you ever noticed how some older adults seem sharper than ever, while others struggle to remember names or lose track of conversations? Cognitive decline isn't inevitable, but keeping your brain engaged is crucial. Neurologist Dr. Emily Patel often reminds her patients that the brain is like a muscle. It needs regular exercise to stay strong. This doesn't mean you have to solve calculus problems or learn a new language overnight. Simple activities like puzzles, reading, or learning a new hobby can keep your mind sharp. For example, my neighbor Margaret took up painting in her late 60s. She had never picked up a brush before, but she decided to give it a try after seeing an art class flyer at the community center. Now, she spends hours creating beautiful landscapes and portraits. Not only has it improved her focus and memory, but it's also given her a sense of accomplishment she hadn't felt in years. Margaret always says, "It's never too late to try something new," and she's absolutely right. So far, we've covered 3 more signs: social connections, diet, and mental stimulation. Each one offers valuable insights into your overall health and well-being. Now, let's zoom in on another critical area that often gets overlooked: how you handle stress. Stress isn't just a young person's problem. It affects everyone, regardless of age. Chronic stress can wreak havoc on your body, increasing your risk of heart disease, high blood pressure, and even depression. But here's the silver lining: managing stress is entirely within your control. Whether it's through mindfulness practices, spending time in nature, or finding joy in everyday moments, reducing stress can add years to your life, and life to your years. Let's explore some practical ways to do just that. Stress. It's something we all deal with, no matter our age. But after 60, how you manage stress can make a world of difference in your health and happiness. Think about it. When was the last time you felt truly relaxed? Maybe it was during a quiet walk in the park, listening to birds chirp and leaves rustle. Or perhaps it was while sipping your favorite tea, lost in the pages of a good book. These moments may seem small, but they're powerful tools for keeping stress at bay. Dr. Lisa Chen, a psychologist who specializes in senior wellness, often talks about the importance of mindfulness in managing stress. Mindfulness doesn't mean sitting cross-legged and chanting Om for hours. It's about being present in the moment, tuning into your thoughts and feelings without judgment. One simple practice she recommends is taking 5 minutes each day to focus on your breathing. Sit comfortably, close your eyes, and take slow, deep breaths. Feel your chest rise and fall. Let go of any tension you're holding on to. This tiny habit can help reset your nervous system and bring a sense of calm to your day. Another way to combat stress is by spending time outdoors. Nature has a magical way of soothing the soul. Studies show that even 20 minutes in green spaces, like a garden, park, or forest, can lower cortisol levels, the hormone linked to stress. Fitness trainer Lisa Carter suggests combining outdoor time with light movement, like walking or gentle yoga. Her clients often report feeling more energized and less anxious after just one session outside. One gentleman, Harold, started taking daily walks along a nearby trail after his doctor suggested it might help with his high blood pressure. Not only did his numbers improve, but he also found himself smiling more and worrying less. He now calls those walks his medicine. Now, let's talk about one final sign that says a lot about your future vitality: your attitude toward life. Do you wake up each morning with a sense of purpose? Do you still find joy in the little things? A warm sunrise, a kind word from a friend, or the satisfaction of completing a project? Your mindset matters more than you might think. Dr. Angela Martinez, a geriatric psychiatrist, explains that having a positive outlook isn't just about feeling happy. It's about resilience. Life will throw challenges your way, especially as you age, but maintaining a hopeful perspective helps you bounce back stronger. Purpose plays a huge role here too. Many seniors struggle with a loss of identity after retirement or major life changes. Finding something meaningful to focus on can reignite that spark. For some, it's volunteering at a local shelter or mentoring young people. For others, it's pursuing hobbies they've always wanted to try, like photography, gardening, or playing an instrument. Take Dorothy, for example. After retiring from her job as a teacher, she felt aimless until she joined a program that paired seniors with elementary school students for reading sessions. Now, she looks forward to her weekly visits, knowing she's making a difference in their lives and hers. We've covered so much ground today, haven't we? From energy levels and mobility to social connections, diet, mental stimulation, stress management, and finally, your attitude toward life. Each of these signs gives you insight into not just how long you might live, but how well you'll live. And the best part? Most of them are within your control. Small, consistent actions add up over time. Drinking more water, staying active, nurturing relationships, eating nutrient-rich foods, challenging your brain, managing stress, and embracing positivity. They're all pieces of the puzzle. Remember, you don't have to tackle everything at once. Start with 1 or 2 areas that resonate with you. Maybe it's committing to a daily walk or calling an old friend you haven't spoken to in years. Over time, those small steps will lead to big changes. As fitness expert Lisa Carter likes to say, progress is progress, no matter how slow. I'd love to hear from you. Which of these signs resonated most with you? Have you tried any of the tips we discussed? Or do you have your own strategies for thriving after 60? Share your thoughts in the comments. I read every single one. And if you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. We're here to support you every step of the way with practical advice and encouragement tailored just for you. Here's to strength, to curiosity, to joy, and to living your best life at any age. You've got this. See you next time.